Hi, welcome to Bump Love. Now, in case you're wondering why all the glam, we decided to join our girl Rosette, who is expecting for something that most of you have started doing, a bump photo shoot or a pregnancy photo shoot. Question, ladies, did you guys do pregnancy photo shoot?
Yeah.
I know it's a fancy thing, so
yeah, I did, and like with the real bump out, and I think we're probably like one of the first or the second. So we got a lashing. Like it was social media was like whoa, you've brought nudity, what? But
with your husband?
Yeah.
Or just by yourself?
Okay, Rosette, this is your first?
Yes.
Ah, nice. I won't ask Angie because anywho, take a look at the highlights from Rosette's bump photo shoot. Share your bump photos with us and we'll feature them on the show. However, today we are choosing a gynecologist. Now, when you discover that you're expecting, top on your to-do list is finding a gynecologist. Now, I'll tell you, if you're a mom and you're watching, or if you've never been a mom, it's no walk in the park. From deciding if it should be a woman or it should be a man, whoever you're comfortable with, all of that needs to go into consideration when you are deciding who is going to be your gynecologist. So ladies, what did you guys take into consideration while you were picking one? We'll start with the one who is expecting.
Yes. Because some people don't remember.
Okay, my guy was recommended to me by his own mother.
Hey.
Yeah, surprisingly, amazingly, and it changed my life. Like, I look at him as a hero of sorts. Because of the complication I had earlier, choosing another guy was like a walk in the park, like you said. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if it would be a woman. Should I get the older guys? But when I talked with the mom, she was a client of ours. We used to supply to her stuff. So when she heard about the complications, she's like, you know what, just try my son. You won't regret it. He's amazing. However, I had opted that I go for a C-section, and I had chosen another guy. Like, they had given me an option of another guy who was going to who I'll just walk into and have the C-section. When I called her, because my due date, there's a story to this. Can I just say that story?
Yes, please.
My due date was 5th. So I decided I'll go and just do a C-section on the 4th. Now, on the 3rd, in the middle of the night, the contraction started. So in the middle of the night, I panicked, but I had two options. I knew it was either her or him. I'd called him earlier and told him, oh, your mom gave me your number. And he was, of course, excited. No, if it's the mother, there's an attachment. So when I called the lady, she was in her sleep. She wasn't bothered. And because it was a different arrangement, I'm like, you know what, let me opt for him. So when I called him, he's like, just come into Zambia, come in. When I got there, I'm like, you know what, I'm here for C-section. I'm not even doing nothing. So he just looks at me, very quiet, calm, collected. He just looked at me and he's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, okay, just come here, he examined me. I just kept saying, so what's next? When is this C thing coming? He's like, no, I'll let you know. He's like, okay, now it's time. You're going to have this baby. You're ready. You're going to push this baby and it will come.
Wow.
So I've not looked back. He's helped me with all the 3. He's amazing. I normally do 2 to 3 hours. Longest, yeah. Longest 3 hours. And
So lucky.
I know.
yeah. So it's 1 to 3. Yeah, that's how I got my guy. He's become a personal friend. I was invited to his wedding by his mother, so that connection is there. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, mine, I think I wanted to be with somebody. When I was choosing, what was going through my mind was I really wanted to be with someone who would feel an extra responsibility for my welfare. Not just as a doctor, but now also like as a friend or as a cousin or as a brother or as a, like they have an extra, like they know that if they don't come to hospital, if they don't pick my call, there's a friendship at stake, there's all of those things. So that's how we actually chose our gyno. Like, okay, so who of our friends is a gynecologist? If I called him or Brian called him, no matter the time of day, he would either call or his wife, or, like they would always call back.
That's nice. That's nice. I think that for me was a big thing, finding a gynecologist that would be available to me. I'd heard about gynecologists who do that. You call them and maybe you're on the way, you're in labor, and they're like, oh, tell the nurse I don't know to put you on mobile. I'll come in the morning. That really freaked me out. So I wanted to find somebody who I know would be available to me. And the person that my mom recommended, thankfully, was one of those people. She's just that person to her patients. When they call her, she's right there. Whether it's in the middle of the night, wee hours of the morning, she will show up. And I think the other thing that I put into consideration is, at the time I was working with NTV, my insurance and the hospitals. So you know how sometimes doctors are affiliated to hospitals?
Oh, yes.
That, your on your insurance cover, yeah. So I think that for me was also very key.
Okay.
Yeah.
So strangely so.
Yeah, yours was
how
2
normal
months.
people choose gyns. Me, first and foremost, I had to choose a hospital. Like, I was so anxious, again coming, I think, with having the child young. For me, I was worried about myself. I freaked out so much about, I like to know. People like to know and get really anxious when we don't know what's going to happen. So this whole pregnancy and childbirth thing, it's always been so blind to me. That's why I've never understood how you can do it again. Like, I was freaked out the entire time. So I wanted somebody who, the hospital for me was everything. I went to all the traditional hospitals. So my first issue was I knew I had to have a vaginal birth. There was not two ways about it. I wanted to make my doctors sign contracts. If you dare cut me, you want me, because I'm a sports girl. And I'm very energetic and I like to do things by myself. And I know C-section puts you back a little bit for a while there. For me, I want to be up, and running that day. I didn't want to be held back. So that was my first. So already I had gone traditional. It has either to be a traditional hospital or a traditional gyne. But when I would enter all these traditional hospitals, first of all, there are women there on the floor. They have removed their clothes. Then even in those hospitals, it's like where the casualties for other problems are, and not so far from the maternity place. So you'd find, I remember when I was entering Wamulago, there was casualties of a border accident. I'm moving up. I'm seeing women on the steps. I was so freaked out. All the traditional hospitals. Now I said, you know what? I'm not going to have now double anxiety. On top of it, I moved on. I started going to this, now looking for an old, please not now, we are maybe in the 6th or 7th month of my pregnancy.
Wow.
And in every hospital I was going, I was seeing a different gyne, just to talk to them. I was seeing gynes, but every month a different one. In a different hospital.
So you're doing antenatal in different,
Yeah. No one knew my file, no one knew where I came from, no one knew my history. Neither did I. Comes to the 8th month, I enter this new hospital. I said, man, come on by. There has to be a good gyne here. I start making phone calls. Who are the gynes in this hospital? And when they showed me the rooms, and they were really trying to please. So they were really taking care of me.
Come on now.
I landed on a doctor, and it had to be female. I don't know why at that time, I just preferred a female gyne. Then they told me of this doctor. I was so happy when I spoke to her. Because if anything, I wanted an epidural, the one of pushing. And she offered, she said, we can go together to Nairobi if you want. We don't have the machines in Uganda. But if you want, 10 years ago, we can go to Nairobi together if you want, to the Aga Khan and have your baby. But now, did I have the funds? You
became humble.
At the mercy of medical insurance. But for me, it was that I needed to enter a place and feel calm and feel peaceful and not have that anxiety of wondering what's going to happen, what's going to go wrong. And for me, that was how I chose the hospital. So when I chose the hospital, I went looking for I had to come and find a gyne in that hospital. So I was so happy that I found a traditional old gyne, female gyne in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
So, who backed Teja? Okay, I need to tell a story about this gyne. She was a miracle gyne. I need to tell the story. She came to me and sat at my spread feet when I was 10 centimeters dilated. That's when I first saw her. You know why? She was in the next room, turning a baby from within the uterus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was having a discussion with that person. So I was hearing the crying, like I would hear a voice. I'm like, what's wrong? So I'm here in my room, there with midwives, and everybody's saying, don't worry, if anything, you have no complications.
Yeah.
You might not really need that high level of a gyne. She came and sat and said, Pumla, push.
Wow.
Immediately she sat. There
Yeah.
was no bedside, no. She said, oh my God, Pumla, it's time.
Yeah,
Push.
push.
Start pushing the baby.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, what's happening? I'm there in a contraction and she's telling me a story of what was happening in the next room.
Wow.
Now we're having a conversation.
In your contraction.
In my vaginal contraction. Yeah. Every time I remember it, I think about it.
Let her walk in the park. In my case, one, I've never really understood how you can let another woman look at your choo-choo.
Why not? Because only men are supposed to look inside your choo.
So for me, there was absolutely no way. I was having a female guy.
And then she judges you.
I don't know, but what is she doing?
But they are
Look.
fond of judging.
Why didn't you shave?
Oh my God.
Really?
Oh, you overshaved, you undershaved.
Yes.
Anyway, the male guy doesn't say such things. He's just, why did I choose Dr. Biarhanga? The best. My sister had had 4 stillbirth, dead babies, miscarriages, because she's a racist. You know that racist.
The racist factor.
Yeah. So when she had her 4th baby and it died, the doctor that she had been using before told her that if I ever see you pregnant again, you get your time in. So when she gets pregnant again, she was super sure she was going for an abortion. But she could not go back to that doctor because the doctor had told her you're going to die. And that was what was happening. By the time, with every pregnancy, it was like she was about, exactly. So when she got to Dr. Biarhanga, he's so cute and nice and religious. So yeah, he told her, Jane, we're going to have this baby. She's like, no, I've come because I need to terminate. And he's like, no. So he took her the entire pregnancy. And after having had 4 dead babies, and then you have all of us, we just all went to Dr. Biarhanga. And he's really good.
What a testimony.
Yeah, he's really good.
What did you consider while you were choosing your gynecologist? We want to hear your stories. Was it a man? Was it a woman? Was it the older gyne? We've seen posts on Facebook so many times, people saying, please recommend a gynecologist. And one of the things actually that you need to consider when you're picking a gynecologist is if someone is highly recommended, because chances are they're actually doing a great job. They care about their patients. So let us know. What did you consider? We'd love to hear from you in our comment section. Until next time, with love from Bump Love.